I kinda get why people say not to buy a property, especially if it's old and needs renovating. Trying to fit new materials into an old house can be tricky, even for the professionals. And you know what? It's actually comical that it took 4 people with brooms to help get these fireboards onto the ceiling. And to make this job even harder, the joist centers weren't even consistent, so I had to use the laser level to highlight where I can put the screws. And then we realised we forgot about the pipes that used to feed the downstairs radiators. So they needed capping off in the ceiling before we could get any new boards up. After splattering the kitchen with water, we then tried to get the rest of the boards up. And although these boards are heavy, they are actually fragile, so if it falls, it's completely ruined. We did have a few near misses, but we worked as a team and we were able to get the boards in place and screwed. But surprisingly, none of this was the bit I was worrying about. And I'm convinced this is everyone's worst nightmare, drilling the downlight holes in the wrong place. After measuring the room about 50 times and using the laser line, I finally built the confidence up to start drilling the holes in the plasterboard. Another worry was that I was going to drill through the cables that I'd put in place for the lighting. Once I'd drilled a few, it was easier to line them up and I made pretty good progress before I had to go fishing. Somewhere on the other side of that plasterboard is the lighting cables that need to be pulled through. It sounds simple enough, but there's always one that you just can't reach. After being as gentle as possible, I was able to just hook the cable and pull it through, and then set to work on the super simple downlight connections. And this is where the kitchen literally feels unrecognizable. But the big question is, will the lights work? And right there is a very rare grin from a DIYer just trying to make this house a home. Make sure you like and follow to see the progress.